So it's gone from people like Richard Spencer should be punched in the face to everybody who's a little bit edgy, even if they're Hillary Clinton supporter, has to worry about how they might be treated by some of the major social media. I really don't have time for this, but it needs to be said. I saw that Atheism-Is-Unstoppable, whose real name is Devon Tracey, his channel has been taken down. I noticed he doesn't have the widespread support PewDiePie has. I've heard a lot of negative things from people that, you know, he's a jerk and he blocks people easily and all this other stuff. I haven't experienced any of that. I've said some pretty critical things. People have said, you're gonna get blocked, bro, or whatever, and nothing like that has ever happened on Twitter or YouTube or anything else. I also thought it was important to make this because he also went out of his way to defend Milo, even though Devon's a pretty strong Hillary supporter. He's not like Lacey Green level Hillary supporter. Obviously, pretty much anybody is, other than like Steve Shives and Anita Sarkeesian, has a more intelligent analysis of events than Lacey Green does, but a lot more. In his case, he's one of the stronger Hillary supporters, at least in the circles I travel in on YouTube and in social media in general. And Milo is one of the more enthusiastic Trump supporters in those same circles. Devon's been willing to defend Milo, and he's not getting the outpouring of support, even accounting for the difference in channel size that, so I advised him to get on Minds, because I think the way YouTube and Twitter are going, it's good to have that as a backup. Obviously, I talked to him on Twitter. I've talked to Sargon on Twitter, and Sargon lost his account for non-social justice reasons, but he's gotten suspended in the past before for something offensive, whether it was his fault or not. Those are a couple people that I've interacted with on Twitter that I might not have been able to interact with otherwise, but Sargon has a Minds account. Dave Cullen, otherwise known as Computing Forever, has one of the larger accounts I know of on Minds at this point. It's kind of funny, it doesn't seem to be as big with Americans, because I know Bering, who's Australian, has an account there. Irate Bear, who's British, has an account there. Paul Joseph Watson has an account there. He's obviously British. Dave Cullen's Irish. So I don't know why it hasn't seemed to catch on as much with Americans so far, but hopefully that'll happen. The way Twitter and YouTube are doing things is really not conducive to open and honest communication about controversial topics. I think YouTube can still be salvaged. It's one of the reasons I'm recording something on YouTube, but not if they're canceling their contract with PewDiePie. Far and away their biggest channel is any indication. Apparently they have a different system, whether it's just offensive or whether it's a copyright strike. If they had a similar resolution system for other complaints and the copyright things, it might be a little bit better. I think Devon has a reasonable point that if someone's really making a complaint about your channel, you should be able to challenge it, and if it comes to it, you should be able to know who that person is. I do think that if like somebody were to post child porn or something and they got reported to YouTube, obviously that would be a case where YouTube should immediately remove the content. But if it's something that's more borderline and subtle, and you're saying that you feel harassed by it or something like that, then I think you should be able to put your name behind what it is. So I think there's a window for being able to anonymous or report things that should be, like, I'll give a better example. If there's a ISIS account or something, obviously you don't want ISIS to know that you're the one who reported their account and had it taken down. Within reason, if it's a debatable thing and you're saying that for some particular reason you find some offense in something where it's a lot more ambiguous, and I certainly don't think Devon's posted anything that was unambiguously against the YouTube terms of service, but as has been pointed out in numerous other videos on this topic, they keep it vague on purpose so they can leave left-wing content or are put upon minorities like radical Islamics, they can leave that content up and then they can take it down with a vengeance if it's something right-leaning or even edgy center-left leaning. The other thing I wanted to mention about YouTube is something that doesn't affect me, so I don't think about it as much, but the people that monetize their channels, and I think that's actually been one of the things that's been keeping some people from jumping over to other platforms, is the monetization system where you allow ads on your videos, and some of the ads are skippable and some of them aren't, and you're able to get an amount of money for people seeing those. YouTube has restricted a lot the content of videos like that are allowed to be put up. I mentioned Dave Cullen. He talks a lot about this. Like, he put up a video saying reasons not to vote for Hillary, reasons not to vote for Trump, and of course the satirical one about Trump stayed up. The one about Hillary was not allowed to be monetized. So that's the type of thing that's been going on that I haven't done so far, but there's a lot of channels I listen to that do rely on a lot of those things, and hoping people will find a platform that will both allow them to make money, which allows them to make better content, as well as make it so that you don't have to worry about some of the better people going away or losing their channel.
All right then, you filthy whore.
I am a filthy fucking money-grubbing whore.
I was just about to sit down to edit this, and I realized that Devon posted a new video saying that his video yesterday about the guy he calls Brown Fabio, who works for the Young Turks, that video was taken down. He actually explained in the video that he didn't mean the word brown as an insult. It's just accurate. I mean, even when Cenk at the Young Turks addressed his nickname, he understood that. He said, well, yeah, the brown part's true. If even he says it's an accurate description, I mean, he did take it as a racially derogatory term. You can't even defend yourself against the bullshit that goes on anymore. And then, for no reason whatsoever, apparently, Dev had his Twitter account in the screen caps here. That Twitter account was taken off because he's a danger to the, what's it called? The Trust and Safety Council or some nonsense like that. Some Orwellian bullshit. Well, more reason, we need to find one other thing that Devon said was that Minds isn't a large enough platform, and he mentioned that Sargon doesn't have enough followers on there. I guess Mind might have been one of the voices that he heard suggesting it. He said it wasn't an adequate platform, and he mentioned how many followers Sargon has on there. But if you look at Dave Cullen, who I mentioned, he has 32,400 subscribers at this point, got 210,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's a pretty good ratio, being how new Minds is. I'm pretty sure if you looked at better YouTube channels a few months into the existence of YouTube, I would highly doubt anybody had 50,000 subscribers right away. I'll put my other links and you can figure out how to sign up. There's really decent iPhone, iPad apps. As far as I know, the Android or other types of apps are pretty good as well. But when they're comfortable not calling it beta anymore, I think it'll be a really high quality thing that'll incorporate hopefully the better parts of Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter into one. He mentioned that maybe he'll just play nice and compliment people, but I don't think that's going to happen. The other thing I wanted to say about Devon was I referenced the Hillary Clinton thing right away, and he made a joke about it. He was, oh my god, somebody's pointing out that we disagree on who should have been elected between the two major candidates. That's not what he's about. It's not what I'm going to be about. I'll link the channel that Devon's using right now below. Devon's also a basketball, well, at least of one particular team, UCLA. He got a degree there, I believe, and he's from the LA area. So, he's a really big proponent of that. My primary team is LSU, and they had an abysmal year, so I'm not worried about that, but I enjoy the tournament every year. If you're curious, that's what I'll be busy with once I get this up, so don't expect anything for a couple weeks. If you enjoyed this video or the other social media things I referenced, I'll put links for all those below, but like, comment, share. If you have a problem with something, you can comment if you like. Danke, tschüss.